moving to our next question, like how well an MBA student should be prepared about the corporate world? What are the problems one can tackle after doing an MBA?
Okay, so it's something which I shouldn't say, but I have to say because जो भी देखेंगे उनको पता चलना चाहिए कि how this world works, corporate world works.
Hit a bullseye. We have hit a bullseye with that question.
Yeah,
right?
with that question actually. So it's basically a bitter answer for the people who love corporate world. So
स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे चैनल पे। मैं आपका होस्ट राहुल साव। सो आज का जो वीडियो है वो है करियर रिलेटेड। सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द वीडियो। So my next question would be like, according to your perspective, which are the top colleges for MBA? Your perspective.
okay, so my perspective is especially the one which from where I have done my MBA. It's a Tharva Institute of Management Studies. Great infrastructure, great facility, great people, great mentorship. And apart from this, the best college what I felt and what everyone feel is Jamnalal Bajaj. It's at Churchgate, one of the best institutes. Hardly 60 seats. Hardly 60 seats, and it's a tough nut to crack.
Right.
So I scored 89 percentile in my CET exams.
Yeah.
But it's not sufficient. You have to have at least 98 or 99%. Maybe I'm saying lesser. I mean, sometimes it's to play safer, have a 99 percentile, and you can get admission because India is a chunk of talent. Like,
Right.
if you feel you have done 90%, you're sufficient enough to get that admission. Not at all, boss. आपको इंडिया में इतने टैलेंट मिलेंगे जो मतलब आप सोच भी नहीं सकते कि इतना टैलेंट भरा है इंडिया में. Though we always degrade our country, but no, I mean, I feel बहुत टैलेंट है, रिकॉग्नाइजेशन नहीं मिल रहा है, लाइक कहीं सोशल प्रेशर है, कहीं फैमिली प्रेशर है. सो टॉप कॉलेज की बात करें, come up to your questions. So Jamnalal Bajaj is one of the best institute I feel. Thakur College, it's at Kandivali.
Right.
Sydenham, you can talk about Sydenham too.
Yeah.
Then there's one KJ Somaiya is also one of the best institute I feel. So there are lots of colleges, but I'm talking about the best.
So these colleges are from his perspective. There's no right and wrong in here.
Exactly. So you can come up with some great options also. People may have different opinion on this.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. You know, these are the top best colleges. Yes, we have lots of IIMs also.
Yeah.
IITs also. So that's another way of having a great institutions to work with. But that's what I feel. That these are the institute where you should opt in for.
So very well answered again. Moving on to the next question, like what are the different stream or different courses in MBA? Like you have done marketing, right? So what are the other different courses right there?
So it depends on category to category. Like as I said earlier, I felt I am good in communication.
Right.
So let's try and convince people. And being a marketing guy, you can convince people.
Exactly.
So marketing is basically a mode of communication that needs to be transparent and well said.
Yeah.
Marketing का मतलब ये नहीं कि आपको इंग्लिश अच्छी आती है. मार्केटिंग का मतलब ये है कि मेरा कम्युनिकेशन प्रॉपर जनरेट हो आपके साथ.
Right.
अगर मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ तो वो समझ में आया आपको.
Right.
मतलब मैं आपको इंग्लिश में बोल के चले जाऊँ 50 बार,
हाँ,
अब आपको समझे ही ना. So that's not marketing. Marketing is basically to create an awareness. So different streams होते हैं. Like there is MBA in marketing, there is MBA in HR, there is MBA in finance, there is MBA in operation, there is MBA in different categories. So one should opt out for their own perspective कि भाई मुझे करना क्या है. Like it's a sad sight to see कि I've seen people from engineering background do MBA in marketing. It's not basically sad sight. They may be able to realize it afterwards कि नहीं भाई MBA तो marketing तो engineering तो सही नहीं है हमारे लिए, चलो marketing
try करते हैं.
So that's the safest way to play. Marketing में आपको कुछ ना कुछ नौकरी लगनी है 100%.
Okay.
That's what people think.
Yeah.
Or they end up making their career in sales. क्योंकि उनको पता है ये marketing क्या होता है, sales क्या होता है.
Right.
So that needs to be identified. Or yes, MBA have got different streams. So I prefer before opting in, as I said earlier, आप पहले सोच लो आपको करना क्या है.
Proper research is needed.
कर लो कि आप marketing में क्या कर सकते हो. अब if I talk about finance, so Dalmia is one of the best institute for finance. Dalmia College. I mean, finance के किसी बंदे को पूछ लो MBA में, उसका dream college is to work with, to study with Dalmia College.
Right.
They have got great placement faculties. They've got great infrastructure, great mentorship. That's what
how is the environment like in an MBA college? Like the students who haven't been there, what is the environment like? Everyone's like, yeah, we'll have to do presentations, like we have to do the best, we can do it. Like, is it like that?
Yeah, so basically MBA का जब आप MBA करते हो, it's quite different from what you have done in your past.
Right.
आप कॉलेज में कुछ भी पहन के जा सकते हो.
Okay.
in your colleges.
right,
The graduation perspective I'm
right,
talking about.
right.
But once you opt in for MBA, there's a discipline thing that
Yeah.
needs to be well maintained. Like I'm telling about you my schedule. Our college timing was at 7:30 in the morning. तो आपको 7:30 बजे पहुंचना है with formally dressed up.
Right.
No casual dressing. Sometimes on Saturday, but एक बार होता है ना कि आप 6 दिन जब 5 दिन फॉर्मल्स पहन रहे हो तो आप 6 दिन भी पहन लेते. Because you adopt that yourself
Yeah.
into that situation.
Yeah.
So it's all about discipline.
Yeah.
Presentations. You know, it's basically a pre-reservation before you go into your corporate world. So MBA basically teaches you something which you need to adopt into your corporate world. Like आपको maturity सिखाता है, आपको polish करता है. But when you present in front of 120 people, you understand where you stand.
Right.
Then again, the cross question comes from other party, and you understand what you need to work for. So there are two types of people in the world. यार छोड़ना, मुझे क्या करना है, मैं गलत नहीं हूँ.
Right.
And second kind of people, यार अगर 120 में से 40 लोग क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं तो कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है.
Right.
Let's work on it and get it identified, get it solved and be mature.
Yeah.
So MBA में जाने के बाद you learn how to groom yourself, and yes,
Exactly.
you have to have a good mentor also in your college. मतलब आप सबके साथ जलप नहीं होंगे उस टाइम पे. You have to have a faculty जहाँ पे आपको पता चले कि यार ये बंदा मुझे properly mentor, कोई गलत mentorship देगा नहीं.
Right.
But you should also know कि यार मुझे किस behavior को, कुछ attitude को adopt करना है.
Right.
So MBA is all about grooming yourself before you enter into a devil corporate world.
Right. So my next question will be like that what is the most important part in the marketing that you like?
Okay.
Is it communication? Is it dealing with people? What is it?
So it's the two rightly said point by you. I mean, communication and dealing with people. And the best part, you know, you get to know people very closely.
Right.
MBA में होता कैसा है कि marketing I'm talking about specifically because I've done that. So आपने डिसाइड कर लिया कि आपको एक प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना है.
Right.
ठीक है, वो आपने डिसाइड कर लिया. उसके बाद आपको फॉर एग्जांपल अगर एक टॉय आपको लॉन्च करना है तो उसके लिए आपको टारगेट ऑडियंस ढूंढना पड़ेगा. किसी को भी ऐड नहीं दिखा सकते.
Right.
I'm talking about digital perspective.
Yeah.
So you have to have a target audience. Like आपके टॉयज के लिए आपकी टारगेट ऑडियंस शुड बी the young people, the kids.
Kids. Yeah.
अब आप दादाजी को नहीं दिखा सकते वो.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
दादाजी आपको खरीद के दे देंगे.
हाँ.
Your father will be able to purchase that toy, but
Yeah.
end of the day you need to know कि वो awareness create का हो. So the best part about marketing is the awareness part. You learn a lot about how to tackle with people, how to deal with people. So I've been into B2B marketing as well as B2C marketing. So I've dealt with people who sits in office under the AC, and I've dealt with people who sits at retail stores, kirana stores,
Who's working on field?
who's working on field. So, so you get a different level of experience. Thus, basically, you come to know the geography area thought of people. Like I've traveled almost all cities, pan India level. I've gone to Austria also once. That's what because of the global experience also I've got. So you get to know the mindset of different level of people, starting from poor people to upper class society. So I've dealt with all those people. So that's the best part about marketing. You get to interact with people, as you initially said,
Yeah.
the communication. So I just elaborated that portion. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so very well answered again. Going to our next question. How did the marketing field help you in career and your life?
Okay.
How did it boost your career?
So boosted, yes, it was a difficult phase when I started. As I said, I have failed in 12th standard. So people, when I used to go for an interview, the first question comes in, भाई तूने किया है science. उसके बाद तूने की है BSc IT.
Right.
अब तू कर रहा है marketing.
Right.
So we are finding little bit difficult to adopt.
Yeah.
कि भाई तू इसमें भी कर पाएगा कि नहीं कुछ. That's a big question comes into any interviewer.
Right.
So now, as I said, I've done my marketing to convince people. So my first area of concern while interviewing is कि बंदे को पहले convince कर लो कि भाई मैं कर सकता हूँ.
Right.
So I've read lots of books, and I prefer every individual or a young generation to start reading books instead of being too active on social media. Start consuming your time, utilizing your time on reading good books. Like I've recently read a book called Lead Without a Title by Robin Sharma.
Yeah.
A leader who has no title. So, you know, sometimes people think कि यार बंदा सीनियर मार्केटिंग मैनेजर तो उसका डेजिग्नेशन के हिसाब से इसको इज्जत देते हैं. अब मैं सीनियर मार्केटिंग मैनेजर तभी मैं मार्केटिंग मैनेजर में काम करूंगा. इट्स एब्सोल्युटली रबिश.
Okay.
आप डेजिग्नेशन को मत एंटाइटल करो. आपको लगता है कि आप कुछ कर सकते हो तो लेट्स फोकस ऑन दैट. जस्ट बिकॉज नहीं यार मैं मार्केटिंग कोऑर्डिनेटर हूँ तो मेरा काम तो सिर्फ बात को यहाँ से वहाँ, फाइल को यहाँ से वहाँ, दैट्स रबिश. You don't think about title, you think about your career growth, career profile. And talking about how it boosted my career, so I've faced lots of challenges.
Right.
As I said, it's difficult to convince people कि भाई मैं कर लूँगा.
Right.
So that's the convincing power I had. Then, as I said, MBA करने के बाद I've got that confidence. Like ऐसा नहीं था कि पहले नहीं था. But MBA, as I said, it's a pre-mature session for you to before entering into corporate world. So they taught me a lot of things: how to present yourself, how to groom yourself, how to talk in front of different geographic type of people, how to behave in front of people. So that's where I tackled this thing, and today I'm sitting at a very comfortable position. Apart from doing MBA, doing my corporate jobs, I have got two different sources of incomes. One, we are partnered with one of the brand, delivery partnered with one of the brand, milk brand. So that I take care of logistics, branding, operation, everything I take care of. I'm also an active trader. So as I said, MBA is basically not to do jobs. The full form stands for Master in Business Administration, where you need to know how to run your business. Yes, you should have a corporate experience also, so that practical experience के बाद ही आप कुछ कर पाओगे. Right. And let's not be dependent on one source of income. You have to have multiple alternate source of incomes to run your family, to run your life, because you also have your professional goals. यार गाड़ी लेनी है, बंगले लेना. That's how it goes.
Okay, so very well answered. Going to our next question, like, how much prepared should one be? Like, what was the courses, what the thinking should be of a student while entering into an MBA?
Okay, so first of all, आपको एक अच्छी रिसर्च करनी है टॉप 5 कॉलेजेस की. उसके बाद आपको डिसाइड करना है कि मेरा परसेंटाइल कितना आना चाहिए टू एंटर इनटू दैट पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज. या साइमल्टेनियसली यू हैव टू हैव बैकअप ऑफ 10 कॉलेजेस. 5 तो आप डिसाइड कर लो कि भाई मेरे को इसी में जाना है, इसी में मेहनत करनी, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए. Percentile should be between 90 to 95. CET के I'm talking about, because I've cracked that thing.
Right.
90 to 95 के में आपको top 10 कॉलेज में तो कहीं ना कहीं तो फिट हो ही जाओगे. And let me be very honest, let's not be very serious about the colleges.
Okay.
क्योंकि end of the day यार सारे institutes सिखाते ही हैं. आप कैसे adopt करते हो आपके मैटर करता है. यार आप लेक्चर ही नहीं बैठोगे टॉप कॉलेज में जाके तो क्या फर्क पड़ना है. Right. और आप छोटे कॉलेज में आके कंटिन्यूसली अडेप्टेड हो, लेक्चर्स को लेके सीरियस हो, लाइफ को लेके सीरियस हो, तो यार लाइफ ही सब कुछ सिखा देती है. आपको कॉलेज कैसे सिखाएगा. There are people like Elon Musk and all who have not done their studies so enthusiastically, and look at them where they are, because they were serious about their career. They had the vision कि भाई मुझे ये करना है. They had the goal that मुझे ये करना है. So let's not be so serious कि why MBA and why to what should be your bucket list when you talk about the colleges. But yes, आपको एक प्लान रखना चाहिए. अगर आपको MBA करना है तो टॉप 5 कॉलेज की लिस्ट बना लीजिए. 90 to 95% का आप गोल सेट कर दीजिए. मुझे इतने परसेंटाइल चाहिए, so that you can get a good colleges.
So very well answered. Going to our next question, like, how well an MBA student should be prepared about the corporate world? What are the problems one can tackle after doing an MBA?
Okay, so it's something which I shouldn't say, but I have to say, because जो भी देखेंगे उनको पता चलना चाहिए कि how this world works, corporate world works.
Hit a bullseye. We have hit a bullseye with that question.
Yeah, with that question actually. So it's basically a bitter answer for the people who love corporate world. So it's a devil's world actually. So when you go as a toddler basically means like a young kid. Because जब आप नया शुरू करते हो तो आपको बच्चे होश में. So people will try to grab you from all the levels. And I must prefer कि यार शुरू में तकलीफें हो जाए तो अच्छा है. When you start your career, have a tough time. Try to see and work under a boss जो बड़ा dangerous हो. So because at initial level, if you saw those bad phases, you become prepared afterwards. So that politics things, वो होता रहेगा. वो आप जब तक काम करोगे तब तक होता रहेगा. You need to adopt those things. And the best part, you should take right advice and avoid wrong advice. Like people will come to you, ये ऐसा है, ये वैसा है. End of the day, your focus should be KRA. KRA stands for key result areas. Like आपको जो काम दिया आपने किया है कि नहीं. Right. And आपको जो काम नहीं दिया है, it doesn't mean कि आपको करना नहीं. आपको वो भी करना है. Because आपको value add करना होगा ना कहीं पे fit होने के लिए. आपको liability बनना है तो आप वही करो जो आपको दिया है, वो भी नहीं होता है. तो आप basically, if you want to adapt into that corporate culture, so you better become smart. Like be like an early aunt. जहाँ पे यार अगर टाइमिंग 9:30 की तो you reach before time, so that you can have your proper task assigned with you. आपको उसको मार्क करना है. So unless and until you are sufficient smart to handle those political pressures, you cannot fit into a corporate world. And let me be very honest, you have to be very proactive. आप स्कूल कॉलेज की तरह नहीं जी सकते वहाँ पे, बिकॉज दे आर पेइंग यू। अगर आपको वो 1 लाख रुपए दे रहा है तो आपसे 1 करोड़ की एक्सपेक्टेशन रखेगा, और आप 1 लाख से कम दे रहे हो तो भाई आप घर पे जाओ। सो कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड इट्स लाइक अ डेविल्स वर्ल्ड, बट इफ यू अडॉप्ट दैट डेविल नेचर you'll be like a hero. So be an asset before entering into corporate world. Be prepared for tough times, be prepared for good times, and life is not that complicated the way we make it. So let's be honest and honest to yourself. If you have been assigned certain things, because I don't know how easy and how I am. We both know ourselves कि हम कैसे.
Right.
So you assign yourself pretty well. Be prepared कि यार pressure तो होना ही है, वो तो हर जगह होना है, आपकी life में भी है. So that's how you adopt your corporate culture. Be prepared for all the pressures and let's not run away from the pressures. आप जितना भागोगे वो आपको उतना ही पीछे आएगा. Try to deal with it. Have a mentor. कहीं यहाँ फंस जा रहे हो. So my mentor is my father. So whenever I get stuck, so he's like my friend figure. So आपके पास भी एक ऐसा बंदा लाइफ में होना चाहिए जो आपको एडवाइस कर सके, राइट एडवाइस कर सके. लाइक कुछ लोग होते हैं यार छोड़ दे नौकरी. नौकरी छोड़ना इज नॉट अ सोल्यूशन. अगेन यू गो इनटू अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड. अगर दूसरी कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में जा रहे हो तो वहां पे भी यही होना है आपके साथ. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ लीविंग दोस रनिंग अवे फ्रॉम द सिचुएशन, टैकल विद इट, डील विद इट एंड गेट सॉल्व एंड बिकम अ हीरो ऑफ दैट कॉर्पोरेट कल्चर.
So as you said the word mentor, what is the word mentor for you and what is the value of a mentor in a person's life?
We can see people like Ratan Tata. We can see it's great to see these people who came into the मतलब कोई अगर बोलता है भगवान देखा है तो I can see yes, I've seen Ratan Tata as a god.